If you've done nothing wrong, you've got nothing to fear.
I'm not afraid.
You will be. You will be.
And a major city yet to be determined in Russia.
Damn you! God damn you all to hell!
Feelings, nothing more than feeling.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid! Are you ready?
Feelings, nothing more than feeling. 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 Feelings, nothing more than feeling.
Travis Wayne Goodsell. I'm going to do one more video before I go to bed tonight. David, dude, you're okay. You're okay. Like I said, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Mormons who are still in the church. You're okay. You don't have to do what I'm doing. You're okay. Just don't go torching things right now. All right, so Applied Wing Chun Archive asked me a question, and so I answered it, and he said, dude, I'm glad I left. I'll get to that one after I ban you, Purser, and do a video of him. He'll have to watch it. But of course, he says that all I do is block people when I'm challenged with questions. So let me go over it for you. So he says, it is clear, TWG, your narcissism and hypocrisy know no bounds. Okay, so first he starts off with an ad hominem. He does have more in the paragraph. Let's see if his premises can lead to the conclusion that I am a narcissist and I am a hypocrite. Well, I can tell you right now, he's wrong about narcissism, because that's a psycho term in which they categorize people and then brainwash them to believe that they are in that category, or brainwash others, such as judges or family members or neighbors, to believe that they are narcissistic and therefore are deserving of the treatment according to that categorization that they created for them. Remember when Trump started acting all crazy? And all these psychiatrists came out and published a book saying Trump is psycho? Well, that's exactly what they did to Trump. Trump is not psycho. He knows exactly what he's doing. Like with the coronavirus, he was caught on tape with Bob Woodward. All this stuff he does to the outward appearance and rallies and in front of the camera and interviews for the public and in his own cabinet and in staff and meetings and stuff like that. That's all a show. He even says so in his own books that he himself has published. The Art of the Deal, for example. He loves watching people get triggered. He loves taking people down different paths and confusing them and making them think like he doesn't know what he's doing. He has a plan, and it's an evil master plan. He revealed it to Bob Woodward with the coronavirus. Don't be fooled. But psychiatrists were fooled. And so narcissism automatically disqualifies you, Purser, from being correct in his conclusion. But hypocrisy, maybe. Because if I am saying one thing on my videos, but then I'm not acting out what I'm saying and encouraging to you guys, then yes. So remember, I'm not the one who's attacking the church. The church attacked me first. I'm defending myself. That automatically places me in the upper hand position. Do you not understand that? See, people who make a false accusation or just an accusation, they have to be right, which means their premises have to lead to the conclusion. I am not making an accusation. I am stating fact and evidence. Big difference. You Purser does not understand this, as he attacks me, as I've never attacked him. I don't go to his site, I don't go to other channels and found him and attacked him. No, he found me, attacked me. So he's the aggressor. He's the first blood. And so you throw up on your site untrue and unfounded claims on almost every subject you discuss. Okay, like what? You state that your view is the only truth. When someone challenges you, they are blocked. Like what? I see a clear difference between you and John DeLynn. When you attack him, I haven't attacked him, other than for him being a psychiatrist, which I showed you why psychiatry is a fraud. It's not a hard science. And all hard scientists know this. And so I've not attacked him, but I didn't attack him in my email either that he's referring to. Because he says, when you attack him, he asked you to send an email to discuss your differences. No, that's not what happened. I told him he needs to be more scared than what he has found out so far from the woman he interviewed. That's it. That's all. I didn't attack him. I don't go onto other people's sites and attack them. That's not my job. That's not my business. If people are going to do their own thing on Kwaku's channel or whatever other channels he's a part of, or the LDS Church's channel, or the other Mormon channels, I don't do that. I don't troll. I stick to my channel, and whoever listens, listens. It is you, Purser, who's attacking me, who's trolling and abusing and cyberbullying on my channel. See, already he lost. He's not setting up premises that lead to his conclusion. His conclusion is so far unsound and has to be dismissed as an argument. He loses in a debate, but he says, I throw up untrue and unfounded claims, and when people, when somebody challenges me, they are blocked. Well, you Purser is challenging me, isn't he? But why am I blocking him? Because he's being abusive. Not just unsound. People who are unsound, I can deal with. I'll usually just delete their comment. But when it's abusive, like you Purser is being abusive, sorry, I can't allow abusive comments on my channel. Now that I know how it works and I can hold all comments for review, I will not allow people to be abusive, either to me or to anybody else. And I've had to block other people who've attacked other people who've commented on my channel. If they have a sound argument, yes, I will allow it and maybe even join in to discuss. but I don't see any examples from him. He throws in John Dehlin, but completely missed what I was doing with John Dehlin. So I don't know. And so the video that he's responding to is, no, Mormons, you don't have a ton of evidence that LDS Church is true. You don't. I went over it in that video. I gave you a number of examples. I gave premises. And so he says, I see a clear difference. Oh, yeah. But you block any opposing views because you realize you would lose all discussions. Really? He's able to read my mind? Wow. You purser, you've got a gift. See what he's doing? This is another unsound tactic, a fallacy argument. You can't see or say what other people are thinking or believing or would say if they were alive. And I've seen that with Ruth Bader Ginsburg and others who have passed on. The reporter or a host for a show would ask, what would your father say about this? What would Ruth Bader Ginsburg have said about this? Or how would she have felt? Or blah, blah, blah. And the person would respond, oh, they would feel this way and that way. And no, they're projecting onto Ruth Bader Ginsburg or whoever it is that they're speaking in behalf of. That's why it's necessary for Nelson to speak for himself, not get a speechwriter. And so again, you purser still fails to provide any precept that leads to the conclusion he is making, that I'm a hypocrite, because we've already dismissed narcissism. Your arguments have no fact. Okay, give me an opinion. Give me an example. Your opinion of yourself is nauseating. Of myself? How many times have I talked about myself? I'm the greatest. I'm special. I'm cool. Have I ever done that? I'm not sure I do. And so again, his arguments have no value. He is failing miserably. And I've dealt with you, purser, before on my other channel and on other sites where I've tried to help an ex-Mormon help expand on what they were talking about in their video. And I've seen him come and attack me there too. As one who knows your history. Oh, do you? Do you really? During your time in Riverton. Oh. Ooh, and the threat you posed to everyone who disagreed with your fantasies? I'm not sure what you mean. I was stuck in the basement in Riverton. I didn't have any discussion. I was kicked out of the ward there, sent to the singles wards. So what fantasies? So it's somebody who lives in Riverton, or did live in Riverton. Wow. He just exposed a key card about who his identity is. And so a threat that I posed to everyone who disagreed, they were placed on your kill list. I had a kill list? Really? Wow, that's news to me. Does it have anything to do with the 2008 false arrest that I discussed? Did I discuss it in this one? Or was it in a previous one that I talked about? So yeah, there's nothing in my discovery about a kill list. Not even the police put it on there. You'd think they'd have that on there. So what are you talking about? Are you making up stories like my ex did when she went to Canada? People were coming down telling me, your wife is saying you did this, 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 and this. I'm saying, man, I don't want to hear it. She's just making up stories to defame my name so that she can justify what she did. That's what my parents do. That's what the state of Utah did. So whoever this guy is, wow, they are gullible. I believe the last few nights you have been woken up to spread your falsehoods. Oh. let's see, I believe the last few nights you have been woken up to spread your falsehoods. What do you mean you believe I've been woken up? You can tell I was woken up. It's like midnight and I'm doing a video and I'm complaining, but it is not by our Savior Jesus Christ. It is that fallen angel. Oh, there's his hypocrisy. So yeah. Notice the thumbnail on that video. Did I carve it? Is that my carving? Is it outside of my room or apartment or building or something like that? Did I do that? Is that my painting? Where does that come from, Mormons? Give you a hint. Salt Lake Temple. What does it represent? The falling star of Lucifer. The fallen angel named Lucifer. That's what Isaiah calls him in the Latin Vulgate text. So, dear God, this guy has gone off the deep end. But that's what happens to Mormons. The church lies to us. And those lies, when believed, cause harm to other people. He is throwing out some very dangerous accusations against me, and he has nothing to back it up. No evidence, no nothing. I posed a threat to everybody who disagreed with my fantasies, that it was some kind of a kill list that I had. Wow. Man. Somebody was watching that Jim Carrey. It was his very first movie. Mr. Feelgood. No, was it? Did he sing Dr. Feelgood? I think he might have sang Dr. Feelgood. He was like a celebrity actor. It was the Mule actor. Should know him. Good, Bad, and the Ugly. Let's see. No, it's Jim Carrey filmography. He's the one that makes you feel alright. Only called Dr. Feelgood. Alright, so let's go documentary. Documentary? No. Oh, Copper Mountain. Sex and Violence. Okay, so he's done a number of Deadpool. Wow, he did Peggy Sue Got Married before that, Once Bitten, and Finders Keepers, all in good taste, Sex and Violence, Family Hour, and Copper Mountain before Deadpool. So why were people telling me that was his? See, you can't trust people. So here, I confirmed, 1988, Deadpool. It was Johnny Squares. And in that one, it was about a Deadpool. People were making lists of which celebrity or famous person or rich man was going to be dead in a specific order. I think they had 10 people on their lists. And so let's find out. Yeah, Clint Eastwood. Obvious, easy answers, and I get distracted. So yeah, I mean, that's what he's talking about here. He's acting as if I've created a kill list and that I was going to act on it. Wow. So the whole concept of me having filed a petition for a redress of grievances was not mentioned to him? Of course not. So wow. Wow. But wow. So I was going to add in some actual stuff. I should. Should I get to the Applied Wing Chun archive and his comment? Let's do that. So let's ban you, Purser. No! Ah! Gone! Ah! So I don't know which video it was that he was responding to. Yeah, I don't remember. Central theme? No, I don't think it was central theme. Not the lawsuit. Is it destroy Mormonism, yet Mormonism? I don't know. Maybe. I don't think so. Ah, man. Alright, so I can't go over that. Alright, so let's go over some stuff, Mormons. Let's start with the doctrine of the church. What is the doctrine of the church? Faith, right? Start with faith. What is faith based upon? The Word. Somebody has to tell you something, or you have to read something, or you get revelation in your head, as you believe you call it. So which is it? So again, is faith alone all that's necessary, Mormons? Because you have to read to find the Word. You have to ponder to listen for the Spirit to get the Word. You have to pray to listen to the Spirit to get the Word. So that's not the works. Because you first have to have the Word before you can do the works. And then complete the works. Said James, faith without works is dead. So you don't do works first. Works produces faith. No, that's not how it's done, is it? Right? Anybody disagree? Are we on the same page? You first have to obtain the Word. You can't have faith in something without first having the Word. Are all of you on the same page? Anybody disagree? I know there are Mormons who do disagree, and then I point out to them the Book of Mormon. And you Purser does not understand. That's why he's so abusive and mean. He is spreading dangerous lies about me. He probably got it from my parents. My parents love to spread lies. I can read to you from my discovery of what they told the cops, which they were scripted to say even. My parents threw me under the bus and made sure the bus drove over and over and over me. So maybe we should go over my discovery. I should have it on file on this computer, I do believe. I title it My Discovery. Oh, there's the print pages of it. There's the PDF. Wouldn't that be interesting if it was a cop from Riverton? Or maybe it's Lester the child molester? You Purser? Hello, are you listening offline? My video's not 18 and over, so you don't have to log in. So you can still listen to this video. Was it Lester the child molester who told you all this? Ask him about how he molested children, exposed himself to little children. He loves to laugh about it. Ask him. He was the bishop, then became the counselor in the stake presidency. Ask him. He'll laugh about it. Alrighty. So, warning, dangerous person. You know, I never went to trial. Remember, innocent until proven guilty? Not according to you, Purser. Oh, I was threatening with a kill list. Never went to trial. I'm supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. What happened? Attorney General dropped the charges. Why did he drop the charges? Because there was nothing to the case. Let's see. Goodsell dropped off a gray-colored binder with over 100 pages, typed pages. That was 82. But let's exaggerate, shall we? Of what he claims is his suicide note. Really? Here on Capitol Hill. And who resides in Capitol Hill? The Attorney General. The Governor. Who do you file petitions with? The Attorney General. The Governor. This binder was found on the south grand staircase because they don't have a drop box leading up against the door. The binder is full of information and threats against the government. Really? Like what? Oh, they have to go to trial to release the threats in evidence, right? Oops, we never went to trial. How convenient. They can just throw out accusations and I can be punished for 6 years of my life. Destroyed, gone, disappeared. I never went to trial, never found guilty, never pled guilty. And they just disappeared me from off the face of the earth. So are you sure you want to go there, you purser? And then he says, against the government, the LDS Church, and the Office of Recovery Services. Now, interestingly, remember I showed you the church's evidence that I'm a threat? Let's bring that up. Raindrops keep falling on my head. Ba-da-bum-ba-bum. It's labeled under LDS. Waiting for Microsoft Pictures to come up. Still waiting for the one I love. So he says, the letter will be placed in Goodsell's file folder 36434-4. A copy of this letter will also be given to John Hodson and Brent Bracken for their review. Note, attached to the copy of the letter that was received at the office of the First Presidency was a yellow sheet of paper with the following notes. 01/02/98. January 2nd, 1998. 0002. Goodsell, Travis. FMW. Not sure what that means. That's a code thing that they have. I can't even guess. Project RE, Hebrew Connections to Egypt. FMW. 02/03. Huh. That's a threat that I showed that I deciphered Paleo-Hebrew. And they called that a threat. Huh. 03/16/98. Day before my birthday. 1268. Goodsell Travis FMW wonders how Ra connects to Joseph Smith translation of Genesis 1:1. 3:16. Wonders how? No, I showed you how. I showed you Joseph Smith was a translator of Hebrew. I presented that I deciphered Paleo-Hebrew. I presented that Joseph Smith is a translator. His translations are correct. but the church keeps it secret. They cover it up. They publish it in magazines that they know Mormons will never read. And it's not in our canon of Scripture, is it? They refuse to put it in the footnotes. So again, you purser, how am I a threat? He's got nothing. This is what I've been telling you. And you purser says I'm lying to you about this. This was in my discovery. The church submitted this as evidence that I'm a threat, a terrorist threat, as you purser says. So I'm going to kill people because nobody believes in the church? Seriously? I just went my way. See, because the last one is 12/09/99. Retranslated Genesis in Paleo-Hebrew. I retranslated Genesis. I didn't just figure out how Joseph Smith's manner of translation was to show that he was correct as a translator. I kept going. That was my whole purpose from the beginning, was to find out how Joseph Smith did it, because nobody in the church had figured it out or published about it. And with the woman that John DeLynn interviewed, and she talked about those intellectuals who met at that secret meeting in 1922, they didn't know either. Nobody in the church knew how Joseph Smith was a translator. And so the gospel topic essay on historicity and translation and historicity of the Book of Abraham, go to it. John Gee wrote it. It doesn't say that it was him. It's his manner of speech. He says Joseph Smith never claimed to be a translator, and he refers to it as revelation. So, prophet, seer, revelator, and translator, he was just throwing that on, and so now the current church just takes it off as redundant. Translation means revelation. Translator means revelator. Do you understand now why I say the church has no evidence that they are true? Mormons can't present evidence that they are true. Give me a sound argument. Anybody. And if you need help as to what a sound argument is or what's not a sound argument, so that you don't make a mistake and put in a unsound argument against me, do Fallacies Wikipedia, I think lists, is that the title of the site? There's other sites also, but the Wikipedia one does pretty good. Fallacies. List of fallacies. So there you go. And they have the names of them in English. I don't know if they have the Latin names for a lot of them, or any of them for that matter. Like Tucoque. Yeah, I'm not seeing any of the Latin here. Maybe if you clicked on the links to the individual ones to get further information rather than just a little summary about each one. But they've got formal fallacies and a description of what a formal fallacy is, and you've got appeal to probability. That's where you're speculating. That's Mormons speculating. Oh, it might be, it could be, and that's what apologists do. Oh, the Book of Mormon might be true because we found other ancient plates with writing on it. So that's appeal to probability. That's a common one for the Book of Mormon that apologists use. An argument from fallacy, known as the fallacy fallacy. The assumption that if an argument for some conclusion is fallacious, then the conclusion is false. That's what your purser did to me. That because my conclusion is that he's fallacious, that my argument that he is using something fallacious, then therefore my conclusion is false. That's fallacy fallacy. So yeah, you can go over this Wikipedia page. Wow. Yeah, there's tons. Etymological fallacy, fallacy of composition, fallacy of division, false attribution, false authority. Again, you can't refer to somebody like, this is what ex-Mormons also are guilty of, is John DeLynn appeals to Fawn Brody's book for evidence that Joseph Smith was a polygamist and raped the 14-year-old girl. She's not an authority on that. Her book was written in the mid-1900s, wasn't it? Let's find out. No man knows my history. Fawn Brody, 1945. So was she alive? Don't know? Did she witness it firsthand? No. This is that fallacy of authority. What are they specifically called? False authority. Using an expert of dubious credentials or using only one opinion to sell a product or idea. So that's what ex-Mormons do. You have to pay very close attention when you're going through Wikipedia with church history. You will find that the majority, if not all, refer to an author. They never refer to the source document. Wikipedia, when talking about Joseph Smith being arrested in 1826, Joseph Smith's time in jail. Let's see, it's Wikipedia page I want. Joseph Smith in the criminal justice system. 1826, disorderly person. It was actually glass looking. It was a misdemeanor charge. But no, they don't have the picture. They could have put the picture on here. They have other pictures. They have the map of Bainbridge, where the thing was. They have Kirtland, where Kirtland is located. And then they have Bainbridge, Kirtland, Nauvoo, and Far West all shown on the map here. But why not put in that infamous copy of the court document showing that Joseph Smith was arrested and was charged the fine of the misdemeanor charge of $1 or something, maybe even $2 or something. I'll put it on here for you. And so that's primary source documentation. That's a primary authority. The judge, the clerk who wrote it out, that's an authoritative source. That isn't a fallacy when you use it on Mormons to say, hey, Joseph Smith was arrested for glass looking. No, he wasn't. I read, pondered, and prayed about it, and the Spirit told me that's false. That's a lie. Oops, who just used a fallacy in their argument, Mormons? You can't appeal to the Spirit for evidence. That is a fallacy too. And it's in the Book of Mormon how it's supposed to be correct. The Spirit is only the Word, which is likened unto a seed. You can't live off of eating seeds. You need the fruit. Because it doesn't just produce one fruit, does it? It produces a whole tree of fruit. And that is what sustains our bodies, gives us life. In like manner does the Spirit give life. And you can't get the Spirit without producing the results of the Word. You can't. You die otherwise. That's what James means. Faith without works is dead. And you, Purser, has shown how his belief in somebody else's word has made him dead to anything I say. I mean, dear God. A kill list. Huh. Wow. So, is that sufficient for you? I'm now going to be up past 9. So this is what I've had to deal with. This is the evil of Mormons. Nobody can use sound argument because my claims are Mormon scripture, Mormon doctrine. So you, Purser, is the hypocrite. Do you see how that works? He makes a false accusation. And his false accusation came from believing in the wrong seed. And because he only believes and he never produced the fruit of it, to know me. He doesn't know me. He heard things about me. He heard gossip, harmful gossip. That's what he's saying when he knows my history. And did you see how this video looped it all together into one great whole? Let's see you do that, you Purser.